What if I told you that raking in millions of dollars is absolutely not enough to guarantee you're set for life? You know what I'm talking about, right? You see it all the time on your feed, the flash, the cash, the luxury. We are all completely obsessed with making it big. But here is the brutal truth nobody talks about. Some of the wealthiest people in modern history, massive celebrities, dominant athletes, ruthless business moguls, they died completely broke. And I'm not just talking about being a little tight on cash until payday. I mean absolutely devastatingly flat broke. Zero. Nothing. Drowning in crushing debt.
Sounds absolutely insane, right? But what if sudden wealth is actually a trap? Think about it. What if, for most people, hitting the jackpot or landing that massive, life-changing contract is actually a financial death sentence? There is this dark secret about sudden wealth that the financial system desperately wants to keep hidden. And the terrifying reality is, once you start seeing this pattern of ruin, you'll realize it isn't just happening to the elite. Let's look at the hard evidence, because this number will absolutely shock you. $400 million. That was the staggering peak earnings of boxing legend Mike Tyson. I mean, the guy was one of the most terrifying, dominant, and highest-paid athletes on the planet. He literally had it all. And yet, by 2003, he filed for bankruptcy. $400 million, just completely wiped out. Or get this, $150 million. That's the incredible lifetime earnings of Hollywood A-lister Nicolas Cage. You've seen the movies, you know the fame, but behind the scenes, well, due to some absolutely reckless spending on things like exotic islands, actual dinosaur skulls, and castles, yeah, plural, almost all of that $150 million vanished into thin air.
And man, we can't forget MC Hammer. $33 million. That was his massive fortune right at the peak of his career. He had the massive entourage, the flashiest lifestyle imaginable, and literally the world in the palm of his hand. Right before he completely lost control of the whole shebang and drove his empire straight off a cliff.
And here is the brutal punchline that ties every single one of them together. Zero. Every last one of them hit absolute zero and faced crushing, humiliating bankruptcy. We're talking millions of dollars flowing right through their hands, with nothing to show for it but court dates and debt collectors. But listen, if you think this is just a Hollywood problem or a pro-athlete problem, you are dead wrong. Because this exact same terrifying nightmare is happening to everyday workers and high earners all around the world right now. It's happening to the corporate lawyer in New York, the senior tech developer in London, the top-selling real estate agent in Sydney. People who finally hit that 6- or 7-figure income thinking, yes, I've crossed the finish line, only to find themselves drowning in debt a few years later. The very same trap destroying celebrities is actively destroying the middle and upper class. Don't believe me? 70% of lottery winners lose everything within 5 years. 7 out of 10 people who are handed a literal golden ticket, an overnight fortune, end up right back exactly where they started, or honestly, way worse. This shocking statistic proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that sudden cash, without any foundation of financial education, is not a blessing, it's a guaranteed disaster. And guys, it gets worse. 60% of NBA players go completely broke within 5 years of retiring. Think about that. Men who spend their entire lives perfecting their craft, raking in millions in their 20s, are completely bankrupt by their 30s. This completely exposes how our system fails to prepare people for money. This systemic pattern of ruin, it's no coincidence. It's a deeply rooted psychological and structural trap.
So, why does this happen? Let's get right into section 1, the 4 traps of ruin.
Trap number 1 is lifestyle inflation. This is that moment people start earning more money and instantly they start spending more. You get a raise, so you buy a bigger house. You get a bonus, so you go lease a luxury car. Designer clothes, first-class flights, you name it. The spending always, and I mean always, grows faster than the actual income. What starts out as this innocent little reward for your hard work quickly mutates into an inescapable trap that bleeds you dry month after month. Trap number 2 is the dark truth about our society. Schools teach you how to earn money, but they absolutely never teach you how to keep it or grow it. You can spend 20 years in the education system, become a total genius at your craft, land a massive salary, and still remain completely clueless about investing, taxes, and wealth management. The system is literally designed to create workers, not wealth builders. Trap number 3 is probably the most emotional one. When you become rich, everyone around you wants a piece. Family members, old friends, managers, agents, lawyers, they all come knocking on your door. And out of guilt or love or just pure unadulterated pressure, you start saying yes. You pay off this relative's debt, you fund that buddies can't miss business idea, until suddenly your vault is completely drained dry.
And trap number 4, the fatal flaw, owning liabilities instead of assets. Look, mansions, yachts, and exotic cars look incredibly cool, but they lose value every single day. True assets, though, things like stocks, real estate, cash-flowing businesses, they put money back into your pocket. If you only buy liabilities, I don't care who you are, even $1 million will disappear in a flash. Which brings us right to section 2, the ultimate truth. Rich versus wealthy. Let me paint a really vivid picture for you here. On one side, you have rich. That's the flashy rapper or the big internet star with a $10 million mansion, a massive driveway full of leased supercars, but zero actual investments. It's a high-income illusion. Now, on the other side, you have wealthy, the quiet businesswoman. She lives in a modest house, drives a totally normal car, but she has $50 million in passive assets working for her day and night. Burn this quote right into your mind. Rich can disappear overnight. Wealth compounds over decades. Rich just means you have a lot of money coming in right now, but it's entirely dependent on your time and your physical labor. Wealthy means your money is doing the heavy lifting for you, even while you sleep. True wealth is an unstoppable compounding force. The people who die broke, like those massive celebrities we talked about at the start, they were rich, but they were never, ever wealthy. They had incredible income, sure, but absolutely no financial foundation, no investments, no systems. And the terrifying reality is, the moment the income stops, everything collapses. Without a safety net of real assets, losing your paycheck literally means losing your entire life. It's just a terrifying house of cards. But listen, you do not have to live like that. Welcome to Section 3, the Wealth Preservation Blueprint. Here are the exact 5 non-negotiable steps you need to take to guarantee lasting financial freedom and stop the bleeding. 1. Pay yourself first. 2. Buy assets, not liabilities. 3. Control your circle. 4. Get educated. And 5. Build passive income. If you can master these 5 pillars, it is mathematically impossible for you to end up like those tragic statistics we looked at earlier. Let's break them down real quick. Step 1. 10%. Before you pay your rent, before you pay your car note, before you hand over a single dime to the electric company, you pay yourself. You have to ruthlessly invest at least 1/10 of everything you earn. Treat this like a tax from the universe that you simply cannot avoid. Put it straight into an investment account. No excuses, non-negotiable. Step 2. You gotta challenge yourself. Interrogate every single major purchase with one brutal, undeniable filter. Does this make me money or cost me money? Look, a flashy new watch? That costs you money. A rental property? That makes you money. If you just keep blindly buying things that cost you money, you will die broke, period. Which leads us to the ultimate mindset shift. Money is not for spending, money is a tool. You see, the poor and the middle class see money as a token you trade for some temporary pleasure. The wealthy, they see money as a worker. Every single dollar is a little employee that you send out into the world to go capture more dollars. You use this tool to build generations of freedom, instead of just funding a temporary flashy lifestyle. So, here's the final question you have to answer right now. Will you stay trapped chasing riches, or will you build lasting wealth? The dark secret is out. You know the traps. You have the blueprint. The choice is now entirely in your hands. Do not let yourself become just another tragic statistic. Take control, educate yourself, and start building your real wealth today.